All right, continuing this interview. Main question I had, I know you had a shoulder injury that happened a few months ago that has put you where you can't really do anything, and you had to go get a shot. So, how do you know as a older person what you can't do, what you can do? How do you stay healthy? Whereas, how do you know when you can push your injury compared to going to the doctor and getting help?
Well, I'll kind of flash back. I didn't really have much injury in my 20s and 30s, and it was getting close to 40 that when I would play basketball, ballistic type activities, even softball, sprinting, to catching balls and running the bases, I started having some injuries, pull a muscle, and so then you have an injury, and then you can't work out the way you were, and so that kind of sets you back. And so over the course of time, I realized certain things I couldn't do. I mean, if I played basketball and really got after it, I was really in danger of pulling something or hurting myself. So that was over time. I learned some of that, and had back surgery, and so that slowed me up. Couldn't run those 2 and 3 miles the way I used to, which I really thought I might be a marathon runner at one time, but that ain't happening. So I had to go change the way I worked out and do more of cycling and walking, jogging, instead of just strictly jogging. And with my shoulder, that's set me back, and I'm trying to work my way through that. So I don't have all the answers to that yet, but getting older is not easy. You have to make adjustments. I never bench press anymore. There's certain things I just don't do. I won't do anything with weights on my back. I might do squats with dumbbells, but so I've had to make some adjustments, and I can still play golf.
Yeah.
But and so what I try to do with that is I try to do some exercises that are more specific to that. With your, keeping your core in shape is a key. Keeping, your core, your abdominals, or your rector spinae, your glutes, and all that, hams. That's a real key. And then trying to do enough to, keep your heart rate, get your cardiovascular. So that's kind of how it evolved with me.
And how do you think younger people see you when you're doing these activities, and then they make excuses of why they can't do something, but then you're 60 plus years old and you're...
Oh, I don't know. I think they have different opinions. I think they look out there and see those old men lifting or doing whatever. And of course, from my standpoint, a lot of times I want to say, yeah, I had big arms like that one time. And some days yours aren't going to be like that. You flash back and you see yourself there working out. But I don't know. I tell you, what I see that I think is a shame, and is that I see a lot of times people that are in their 30s, 20s, 30s, even 40s, that have let themselves gain 50, 100 pounds, and it's a self-inflicted injury, basically. I mean, if you're that, and they don't, it comes on so slow that a lot of times they just never have the stick-to-itiveness to lose that weight or stay in shape, and so they're cheating themselves of being able to run out there with their kids and do things and be active, maybe go on a vacation and hike. Well, they're not going to do that because they can't. So that's part of my motivation, is that sometimes I see in Americans we've really the difference between athletes and normal Joe Blow is getting wider and wider, and we see that even in high school and junior high, that kids are, the overall fitness of our youth is a lot changed from when I was young. So, and I hate that. I think people are cheating themselves out of a more quality life by staying in some decent shape. So that's my motivation, I guess.